donate?
Yes. So even the questioner who's saying, having to deal with people losing your patience, becoming angry. Yeah, I mean, that's the reality. This is the test that we are facing right now. This is the trial from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A lot of us, this is one of the trials that we're facing is, spending a lot of time with people who we normally would not have spent this much time with. I was actually speaking to someone and we were talking about, the question came up. Someone said, do you think that more people are going to be getting divorced now that people are stuck at home, right? And my immediate reaction was, yeah, most likely. A lot of couples, subhanAllah, they're not used to constantly being around one another the whole day. And so the more time you spend with someone, the more you begin to pick up on people's little habits, something that you may find to be annoying, or certain behaviors that you may be able to have overlooked before. Now you're constantly dealing with them. And so it's going to be hard for a lot of people, subhanAllah. So I do expect, may Allah protect all of us, protect all of our relationships, but I do expect, once again, may Allah protect us, but it seems that Allah knows best that, yeah, it could be possible that the divorce rate after this whole social distancing and coronavirus thing is over. May Allah end it quickly and keep us safe. Allahumma ameen. But after it's over, inshallah ta'ala, yeah, it does seem like that if you take a look at the numbers, it may be that the divorce rate goes up because now we're all of a sudden having to deal with things that we weren't dealing with before. I understand very much that it can be challenging, but the first step in dealing with a challenge is admitting that there's a problem. So I would even advise sitting down with your spouse and discussing this issue like, hey, listen, the reality is we weren't spending so much time together before. Now we're in each other's face all the time. Here's what we need to do to kind of like smooth out the situation. Maybe your wife needs some alone time or your husband needs some alone time. Maybe you need to say, look, I know it's your instinct to criticize X, Y, and Z, but it is really draining to be criticized about every little thing, right? We may criticize people because we notice more things now. And the person who's criticizing may not, they may not have a bad intention. They may just, they see something, so they say something. But the reality is criticism can be very difficult to deal with, especially if somebody's constantly being criticized. It can get really annoying really fast and it can become very tiring and very taxing. So maybe this is a discussion you need to have with your spouse and say, you know what? Now that we're in each other's face the whole day, how do we deal with this and come up with a realistic plan? Also, children. If you're maybe, you weren't seeing your children the whole day and now your children are home the whole day. And yeah, it could become difficult. It could become challenging. So maybe sit down with your spouse and say, look, I need you to take care of the kids for this hour where I don't want to have to deal with the kids. And you need to take, and likewise, I got you for this other hour or 2 hours. Like I'm going to watch the kids. I'm going to take care of the kids. You take some time just for yourself where you don't have to worry about the kids. Or even a lot of roles that we played, gender roles or whatever you want to call them. There may be some households where, the husband is normally working out of the house, making a living, and the wife is at home, that traditional gender role inside the house. But now the husband's in the house as well. And this homie's just chilling in the house. And it's like, he has the same expectations from his wife. He's like, yeah, you have to cook and you have to clean and you have to watch the kids and do everything, because that's what you were doing before. Well, the reality is that you were working before and you were out of the house. And now that you're in the house, it's a lot more challenging and there's a lot more to do. So you need to help out with all of these things as well, right? The situation has changed, so we need to readjust. So you need to help out in the house as well. You need to help with dishes. You need to help with cleaning the house. You need to help with kids. Yeah, you're not used to it, but that's how we're going to have peace in the household. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.